All right, folks, much love, people. This is Quest Group News Radio, and I'm your host, Mr. D Quest. Okay, now as you come in the building, please make sure you hit that like button, share button, and subscribe button. That way, people that's looking for this case that we're covering today, which is the Dr. Suzanne Eaton case, that way they can find our discussion on the case on YouTube pretty quickly if you just hit that like button, share button, and subscribe button. So please, folks. All right, now as y'all know, Quest Group Radio here, what we do is we do coverage on a lot of different cases, discussion on a lot of different cases. Okay, so today we decided to cover this case because as y'all know, Dr. Suzanne Eaton, she was a doctor that was going to a conference on a Mediterranean island, all right? And while she was at the conference, she disappeared on July 2nd while going for a run. All right, so I know a lot of you people already know this case. Okay, I'm sure y'all seen it in the news, and it was definitely a shocking case because you're like, wow, what happened to this lady? You know, she's an older lady. She's a doctor. You know, she's at a conference. You know, she's a professional woman. She helps people. She's trying to do something with herself. So you like, and she's trying to do something for others. So you like, what happened to this wonderful lady? Okay, now as you all know, let me give you the quick breakdown because there was an arrest. So we're going to cover the quick breakdown of the arrest. Then we're going to dive into the case a little bit. Then we're going to do some questions and comments before we sign up out. So here we go. A 27-year-old man was arrested on the Greek island of Crete on Monday, charged with the brutal rape and murder of the 60-year-old American scientist, Dr. Suzanne Eaton. According to initial information, the man has allegedly confessed verbally to his heinous crime, and he made a series of mistakes which led local police authorities to be able to trace him and link him to the scene. Now, the 27-year-old man is reported to be a local farmer who is also the father of 2 children. Okay, now new reports confirm that the suspect was motivated by sexual satisfaction and frustrated with his own life and ran Dr. Suzanne Eaton down with his car before raping and murdering her and then abandoning her body inside a cave. Okay, now as we all know, the body of Dr. Suzanne Eaton was found in the cave on July 9th, and it was confirmed that she was stabbed and possibly asphyxiated. Okay, now that's the basic gist of the story, people. Okay, so she was at a conference. Okay, she's a scientist. She was at a conference on the island on July 2nd, went for a run. Now, as we all know now, this dude did what he did. Okay, hit her with his car. He seen her running. Okay, he waited for her. He hit her with his car twice, ran her down. I think he threw her in the trunk, took her somewhere, I think by a cemetery or something, raped her or whatever, and then dumped her body in that cave that he was familiar with. Okay, and then she was found 7 days later. All right, and he was arrested not too long after that. So that's a sad case. First of all, rest in peace to this lady, man. She's a scientist. You know, she had things going on for herself. You know, she was trying to help people. You know, so rest in peace to this lady. She's out there living life. She was 60 years old. My dude, she was 60, you know what I mean? She didn't live life. She was living life. And this dude, 27, out there raping 60-year-olds, you know what I mean? Going for a run, hitting her down with his car twice. How scared are you, dude? If you gotta hit somebody, mow somebody down twice with your car just to get them to cooperate with your demands, you know, how scared are you? You know, that's like you might as well be having sex with a corpse, because if you running down somebody with your car, they're pretty much out of it, dude. You know what I mean? So I'm not really getting that, but yeah, this is a sad situation because that was part of the touristy part of town, I guess, where the cave is at. I guess, you know, tourists be around there, so people was kind of on edge, you know. Now, you know how when you go to the Facebook or Instagram, after the story broke, you go into a lot of comment sections. People thought maybe one of the people that attended the conference had something to do with it, which is understandable because nobody knew nothing. So That was understandable, but at least if you made those claims, go back and give those people condolences and apologize, because those people had nothing to do with nothing. You know, she went out for a run like she normally did. Those people didn't know nothing. So I feel sorry for them as well, because they was all out there together having a good time. Maybe was going to go back to the conference and then go for a brunch afterwards. So I definitely feel sorry for them. Now, like I said before, this dude's a sucker. And I'm not going to beat this, because I really don't like rape murder cases. I really don't like them. There's always something in my stomach like to think about that woman's last moments. Hopefully she was incapacitated enough. But they said she put up a fight. Now, I don't know if they thought that at first, you know what I mean, because she had broken ribs and stuff. But all that came from him running her over with the car. Now, how many cases we seen? Remember the girl got mowed down on the side of the road? She was on her bike, though. Her sister's graduation was the next day. Y'all remember her. I think it was in Louisiana or something. The guy ran off the road. How many cases where these people are running joggers and bikers off the road? Where do they get this from, people? Run them down off the road. Oh, let me help you out. And then next thing you know, it's like, so please be careful, when you're jogging by yourself, bicycling by yourself. Make sure you have some type of camera on you, so at least if something does happen, the car or the suspect was caught on camera. If they hit you from the back, maybe have something facing towards the back of you, and if they try to snatch you up from the front, maybe have something facing towards the front of you. That way, if you do run by yourself and something happens, at least the cops will know a little bit more fairly quickly. Okay, now let's go to some questions and comments real quick, and see what some of these people on Facebook have to say, because one or two people, the Facebook messaged me some questions, so I'm going to just answer them here real quick, and then we're going to sign up out of here for the day. All right, Hot Quest, this reminds me of the Molly Tibbet case. You know what, sis? This definitely reminds me of the Molly Tibbet case. If y'all remember Molly Tibbet, it was kind of the same situation. She was dog sitting for a boyfriend and his brother and wife. For his brother. She was dog sitting for a boyfriend, right? Pretty much. And she went for a jog. Okay, now come to find out, kind of the same situation. Not really talking about immigrants here, but dude was a farm worker. He worked on farms. He comes up with his car. I don't know if he hit Molly with his car at first, but he kind of stalked her with his car, and he was able to get her to comply. He could have got out of his car and roughed her up, or he could have hit her with her car first and then got her incapacitated and then took Molly and did whatever he did. So this does remind me of the Molly Tibbet case a little bit, because dude also had, 2 kids. He was a farm worker. She was jogging. He approached her in the car while she was by herself. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's definitely some similarities there on that part, But another thing, both people have wives at home, have girlfriends at home. So why you out there stalking somebody? You want sex? Go pay for it, man. It's not that much to find a hooker out there on the streets that's willing to do what you want to do, for $100 or so. It's not that hard. Now, we cover other stories about that, where you get set up and stuff. But anyway, when you come to a point where you gotta, hit somebody with your car and rape them and kill them, and now everybody's life is turned upside down. Let's count the people whose lives turned upside down. This lady's life's turned upside down. She has kids, man. Okay, Dr. Suzanne has kids, a husband. I mean, her people she was with at the conference. I mean, this dude has a family. How many people's lives are destroyed for life? This ain't no, oh, well, at least they got closure. It ain't no closure, fam. To a degree, but it ain't no 100% closure. That's a wound that's open forever. You know what I mean? Your life changes. It ain't no, especially when it goes down like that. Now, if a person's terminally ill, then maybe you could come to grips with it, like at least they're not suffering no more. But when your, family member gets snuffed out like that, and they have so much going for them, plus they got a family, and they trying to build their family, become as best as they can be. Nah, man. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad also, the case was resolved pretty quickly. But a lot of people is definitely hurting behind this case. So okay, next hot question: was this during the daytime or the nighttime? To tell you the truth, I think it was the daytime somewhat. I think she was just in a secluded area. Okay, I think she was kind of waiting around for something, and then or resting up, and I think he seen her, and then that's what he did. So he just caught her at the right time. I know that for sure. Like I said, we cover other cases, so I'm not 100% up to date up on that. But as far as a glance over, he was able to catch her at the right time. That's all I know. Okay, next. Women need to stop jogging by themselves. Yeah, no doubt. We already covered that, but definitely stop jogging by yourselves, man. How many times? Stop saying, well, it ain't going to happen to me. Because tomorrow there's going to be a case about, matter of fact, by the time we end this segment, later on you're going to be on your news channel or something, and there's going to be a case about a woman missing that was just jogging or hiking or bicycling by themselves. So stop it, ladies. Just stop it, man. You want to get in shape? Take a friend with you that want to get in shape. There's enough buddy systems going around where you can meet locals in your area, local females in your area that like to jog as well or something like that. If you live in the country, boondocks area, if you live in the city, there's more than enough people. Plus you got gyms and stuff like that. So just stop it. It's not even worth it. I don't care if you take self-defense classes or not, because all it takes is a call from behind and that's it. Okay, last question. Hot quest. Does he have any other victims out there? To tell you the truth, I don't know. Ma. To tell you the truth, I don't know if he has any other victims out there. I would think so. And if they are, they most likely tourists or somebody not from the area, because locals pretty much know the locals. So it would be big talk, if a local, if he did that to another local out there. But if somebody just vanished out there and they was never found, then yeah, I would definitely check out that dude. But anyway, that's our quick coverage for the case, for this case for the day. So rest in peace to Dr. Suzanne Eaton, and condolences to her family. And please, people, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we got plenty of more cases that we plan on covering. And just in case we update this case or all other cases that we cover, so hit the subscribe button and the notification button. That way you can get notified when we come out with a new topic that we're discussing on. And also, once we get 1,000 subscribers, we're able to go live. And once we go live, that's when we really come together as a community, and we just discuss different cases live, And it's a different kind of vibe, because that's when I can see your questions like live, and we can really discuss it, have a live conversation together about whatever case we're covering. But anyway, that's the show for the day, people. Thanks for tuning in. I want y'all to stay safe out there. Much love, folks.